After the book of Judges, Israel was stuck in a famine. A man named Elimelech and his wife Naomi and two sons Mahlon and Chilion moved to the country of Moab for a better life. In Moab, the two sons married two Moabite women, Ruth and Orpah. Elimelech and his two sons soon died, leaving Naomi, Ruth, and Orpah alone. Naomi decided to go back to Israel. Ruth insisted on going with her. She refused to abandon her mother-in-law and agreed to take on the difficult life of being a foreign widow in a new country. When they got back to Israel, Ruth started finding ways to provide for herself and Naomi. She found the field of a rich man named Boaz. Back then, if you were a widow or foreigner or poor, you could take the excess wheat from someone's field. Boaz met Ruth and made a special point to give her food and keep her safe in his field. After a while, Ruth and Boaz were falling in love, and Naomi hatched a plan. That night, Ruth snuck into Boaz's threshing floor where she knew Boaz would be asleep. Ruth laid at his feet and waited for him to wake up. Boaz woke up, and Ruth basically proposed to him. He said yes, and Ruth went back to Naomi. There was only one problem. There was another man who had the legal right to marry Ruth before Boaz did, and Boaz went to this man. And when the man refused to marry Ruth, Boaz did. Ruth and Boaz had a son named Obed, who became the grandfather of King David, who is in the lineage of Jesus. Ruth shows us that God takes care of us even in the most difficult circumstances and calls his people to welcome and take care of refugees and foreigners and widows and orphans, the poor, and anyone who needs help.